Hello fellow Star Wars fans, my name's Star After and welcome to another episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon. So if you're new to the show, basically every week I break down everything new in the Star Wars universe. This could be anything from the TV series, the comics, the novels, and the video games. But this week it brought us issue number 3 of Han Solo. So this comic basically takes place in between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So last issue we left off where Han Solo, he's on this Dragon Void race. He's running cover as a racer in order to rescue these informants of the rebellion from these planets, So he actually got caught he with the Empire on this one planet, along with these other racers, and miraculously the overseers of that specific planet, not the Empire, said to the Empire, like, look, if you actually postpone this race, people are going to get really pissed off at you guys, and they're going to start rioting and stuff. So the Empire is like, maybe we don't really want that to happen. We'll let these guys finish the race, being they're already starting it. So basically, the next leg of the race is Han goes through this spaceship junkyard, which is a very, very hard to navigate part of the race where it takes like 12 hours going at these very, very fast speeds. And basically, Han gets through that. He gets to the second planet for pickup, and he picks up this rebel ally that apparently he and Chewie knew from 5 to 10 years ago. So I thought that was really cool. So this issue itself, number 3, continues the amazingness of this series, because, guys, I was going into Han Solo series thinking, this mini-series, they could have done anybody. They could have done Luke, they could have done all these other characters, and they have to do Han Solo, which I feel was getting played a bit too much. And specifically this timeline. So, I was a little bit leery going into it, and, with issue 3, this is probably my favorite miniseries, thanks in part due to the writing by both Marjorie Liu and as well as the artist on this, Mark Brooks. Absolute awesome pairing of both these creators here. So specifically what I liked from issue number 3 of Han Solo was basically this takes shortly after Yavin 4, and remember at the end of A New Hope, Han was all about himself. He's like, I'm going to take the money and leave, and then he comes and saves Luke at the end. So he still has thoughts in his head now, because this does include narration bubbles, mind you, which is very, very not very prevalent in these Star Wars comics. But anyways, he's kind of going over his head, am I doing this mission for myself, or am I doing it for a greater purpose? So he's starting to question himself, and, this kind of sees him in, moving into the character we know in Empire, who's actually trying to serve the rebellion cause. So it bridges that gap. So I thought that's really cool. And he's thinking about, what should I do here? Also, this really showcases Han's flying skills. That very, very awesomely in part to Mark Brooks with this one page where it has like a spiral effect of panels showcasing him going through that junkyard, hour 1, hour 2, hour 3. He's a very focused pilot. He's not force sensitive, but damn, is this guy a good, pilot for sure. Really gives great detail into that. Also, on that new planet he visits at the end of the comic, I really enjoyed Han's new outfit. He's got these goggles, this kind of scarf, because it's like a sandstormy kind of environment that kind of looks like either Jakku or maybe Jeddah or maybe Tatooine, who we don't know. The planet's not named. And finally, we have this new ally that I mentioned, who turns out to be a Solonian, which some of you, the Old Republic MMO players, might recognize the species that's in that game on Corellia. So this, to me, is a really cool part of canon that they brought in from the Old Legends EU, stuff, where these animalistic-looking creatures are actually in the same system as Corellia. So that brings like a continuity to Han and Chewie. Han is born on Corellia. So now there's this, being that comes and says, hey, I got business to finish with Chewie. So it leaves off on a great cliffhanger, which this series has been doing great with their little cliffhangers at the end of each issue. So yes, of course, the artwork, like I mentioned before, is amazing. Really enjoyed it. In this issue, like I said, I really think they're doing an amazing job with the series. One thing I want to note is that it looks like this might be delayed, because it seemed like we were supposed to get Vader Darth Vader number 25, the final issue this week. They were, pushing that in their, previous comics, like August 31st, we're gonna have the final issue of Vader, and we didn't get it today. And I heard these rumors that it might be getting pushed back till October, which is really, really unfortunate because I was really looking forward to reading this today. And I also heard that Poe Dameron might be getting pushed back, as well as issue number 4 of Han Solo might getting pushed back until October, and then the last one in November. So I really don't know what's going on with Marvel. I'm kind of worried because they haven't even announced any new series after Han Solo and after Darth Vader. So we'll see. Hopefully New York Comic Con clears some things up. I'll be there actually, so if you guys see me, say hi. But that is going to be it for me with Star Raptor on This Week in Star Wars Canon. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. Did you enjoy this video? Then make sure you go ahead and hit that thumbs up symbol. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Subscribing to my channel will help me out, and it helps you guys out, keeping up to speed on all my latest content. Speaking of which, you can catch my weekly Star Wars show down over there. You can see a recent review I've done over there, and you can follow me on social media, Twitter @StarRaptor, as well as Facebook.com/StarRaptor.